So the idea for the Downtown Sculpture Walk came from really ideas for public art programs that have already been used by communities across the country. So the model that we use for our Downtown Sculpture Walk is very similar to many different municipalities and the temporary public art programs that they have developed. So the premise is that we temporarily install public art sculptures for about a year, and then each spring we rotate them out and bring in new sculptures. And it's a very economical way to bring public art into a community, and it's also a low barrier way for artists to get their public art into communities. We began the sculpture walk last year, so in 2020, right as the pandemic was kicking off, and so we were very fortunate to be able to launch the sculpture walk last year. And so this year we are excited to have 10 sculptures as part of the sculpture walk. There was definitely a lot of interest in the local downtown community in bringing public art or more public art to the downtown area. And really the concept for bringing the Downtown Sculpture Walk to reality here for us really began with conversations with our Arts Council, as well as our Downtown Main Street Association, and then also presenting the idea to our Downtown Community Improvement District as well. And really the idea came about because we began to have those discussions about how we would like to see more public art within our downtown area. The way in which we find artists is that we do a national call for artists. We use an online platform where we can essentially post the announcement that we are currently looking for artists, and then that provides artists, again, from across the country the opportunity to decide if they want to apply or not. I would say, so we've done this for 2 seasons so far, and each time we've managed to secure over 50 applications, and so we really do have a wide range of artists who are interested in applying. I think the sculpture walk brings an added element of fun and an added element of whimsy or just whimsicalness to what's already a really popular destination. What I have found is that I have noticed that people will linger a little bit longer, so they'll stop to look at a sculpture, maybe touch it, interact with it, but then they'll also stay a little bit longer to take pictures of it. And so that's kind of one of the things that I have found to be just really neat about seeing the sculpture program, the sculpture walk, emerge and grow, is that people are finding another reason to come downtown. There are several different ways that anyone can enjoy the sculpture walk, in addition to just kind of getting out and walking around on their own. The easiest way is probably going to be to download the mobile audio guide that we have. So there is literally an app for the sculpture walk, and it is called Autocast, and it is an app that you can download to your iPhone or to your Android device. And once you download that to your phone, what's really great about the app is that it auto-populates to your location. And so no matter where you are, it's going to find a mobile audio guide that's closest to you. So if you happen to be in Lee Summit, the first guide that's going to pop up is going to be the Downtown Lee Summit Sculpture Walk. And so on that app, you can not only see pictures of the sculptures that are currently on display, but you'll also get to see a map of where each of those sculptures are located. And what's even more exciting about the app is that you also get to hear audio descriptions of the artwork by the artists themselves. And so it's a great way to learn about the sculptures directly from the artist, from the comfort of your own home or wherever you might be. In terms of public art, it provides a full spectrum of value to a community. More and more municipalities are just really understanding and appreciating the value that public art brings into the overall design and aesthetics and economics of its community. And so for us, public art kind of has many different functions. And the sculpture walk in particular, again, it's kind of one of those programs that it's more kind of enhancing an already popular and thriving space and just providing our community with another way to engage and interact with their environment.
In the city of Lee Summit, you can legally discharge approved fireworks on the dates of July 3rd, 4th, and 5th. We don't have rain out days. Those are the days that were set when the ordinance was developed back in 2006. We did make changes last year, and the ordinance was amended to adjust the days of discharge around the holiday if it falls on a weekend. So this year, with July 4th falling on a Sunday and July 5th being the recognized holiday, we included the 5th as a day of discharge. In the city of Lee Summit, you can shoot off approved 1.4G consumer fireworks, with the exception of 4 different types of fireworks. First one being rockets on a stick, commonly referred to as bottle rockets. The second are Roman candles or similar devices that don't have any type of base on them and shoot flaming balls. Third are parachutes that have illuminated material on the bottom. So when it goes up in the air and it floats back down, if there's anything glowing on it, that is considered to be illegal. The fourth are missiles or any type of device that has a fin or rudder for aerodynamic flight. And then the fifth type of device that is illegal but not really considered a firework are the sky lanterns. And if you're going to go buy fireworks, if you buy them at any tent within the city of Lee Summit, make sure it's in the city, not just outside the city, they will have only approved fireworks. We're always concerned with not only the safety of our residents, but also making sure that our structures are safe. When you discharge fireworks, make sure that they're the right size for the area that you have to discharge. A good rule of thumb, anytime that you're using any type of firework that shoots up into the air, is give it at least 70 feet. That's been a rule for commercial fireworks of 70 feet for any type of aerial device, and that's 70 feet for every inch of mortar size. So 70 to 100 feet is always a good idea. Give yourself plenty of space. Also, it needs to be on your own property. You can't shoot it and have it land on somebody else's property. I know a lot of folks try to use the ends of their driveway as much as possible. That's fine, but be courteous. And that's been the biggest challenge that we've had in the city of Lee Summit, is just being courteous to your neighbors and then cleaning up your mess when you're done. Other things to keep in mind as far as when you're picking your site, make sure that you've got a water source available. Have something there that you can put a small fire out with if necessary. A bucket of water, a hose, something like that. Also make sure that pets are put away. Pets, this is a really hard time of year for them. In the city of Lee Summit, we've tried to provide a process that not only educates, but it's also used for enforcement. And in order to discharge approved fireworks in the city of Lee Summit, you have to have a permit. You can get these in 3 different places. You can pick them up at any tent within the city of Lee Summit. You can pick it up from City Hall during regular business hours, and you can also download the permit from cityofls.net or the city's website. The purpose of the permit, again, is to educate. All the rules that are enforced in the city of Lee Summit are on this permit. On the front of it, it has the times that you can discharge. Like on July 3rd, it's from 10 a.m. until 11 p.m. On the 4th, it's from 10 a.m. to midnight. And then on the 5th, it's from 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. Every year, we always have at least 1 or 2 structure fires because of somebody discharging or disposing of fireworks inappropriately. The best thing to do is when they're discharged, put them in a bucket of water, let them sit, throw them away the next day. Do not put them in with the regular trash in your home. It's great to get out there and shoot off your fireworks, celebrate this great nation. Everybody's been cooped up for over a year now, and they want to discharge fireworks and just have a good time, but please be safe.
I represent the 4th City Council District, which is generally east of Lee Summit, east of 291, although our northern boundary is Colburn Road, and then roughly 50 Highway. This would be the last year of a 4th term, so I'd be in my 16th year of actual service on the City Council over more than 2 decades. I was one of those people that thought, you know, you shouldn't just be an armchair quarterback. If you have something to say and you perceive that the public needs to be represented in a different way, then you ought to try to make a change, make an effort yourself. And so, yes, I've been, and I really think a lot of it is luck. I've been very lucky over the years to have been elected to several offices. But it's the same thing within the community. And But what really got me involved in the Lee Summit activities, the city of Lee Summit, were I think that, I do know property taxes are our largest source of revenue. And back when I started, why residential property owners were paying way more in the aggregate than commercial property owners. And my goal is to always try to change that somehow. I don't think we have to incentivize every business that comes along in Lee Summit. And we ought to make an effort to attract people that want to have jobs that I call family producing jobs. I think there's a high quality of life here, and it's a great place to live. We have a lot of amenities for people. And I know I'm involved in an organization that's tied to the Parks and Rec programs. And parks are important, for example, as people are looking for places to live. So yes, I really want to be, I'm one of those people that believes in encouraging people to be able to live, work, and play in the city of Lee Summit. What I think is most important to me is, well, there are two things. One, there will be some property that's going to be slowly sold in parcels that right now it's 4,200 acres that's going to be made available to the community probably over the next 15, 20 years. But what's exciting there is we're involved in the initial planning of it. So we're planning for various kinds of commercial developments, different kinds of residential properties. So the second one the redevelopment of downtown Lee Summit is going to be, I think we have some some consultants working with us that I think have a great background in other parts of the country. And I'm really looking forward to not just a farmer's market, but everything else that's being talked about in downtown. And I think that's going to be extremely positive. First, when Susie and I, my wife and I first moved here, we had 16,000 people. And now we're going to be at 100,000 people. But we still can remember, oh, you remember when such and such was over here off the highway, or even when the highway was named something else, 291. But yeah, we have seen a lot. And at least some is just a great place to live. And it's the quality of life and the things that we provide for the citizenry. And we have an amphitheater that we're now getting back into the shows, the live shows, and they're not national shows, but it's entertainment that people have liked over the years. I do think quality of life is really best determined by local governmental decisions, not the federal government, not the state government, but our quality of life is determined here. So I'm not asking everybody to be elected to the city council, elected to public office, but we have a lot of boards and commissions that require citizens to participate and give us insight and recommendations. And we just have a lot of people in the community that are very talented people. Don't have time, don't want to hold public office, but they do want to participate. So I would say, at a minimum, talk to a council member that you might know or a council member where you live and ask about activities that we have in terms of boards, commissions, and agencies. If you want to kind of participate in the community, talk to me, give me a call, and I'm easy to find, and my number's all over the city publications. But yeah, I want to hear from people and what their concerns are, but also if they want to participate in a community of 100,000 people, and what that really requires, the input that's required from our citizens. So.
This idea came from two different areas, actually. Probably in late 2019, a park board member, Sam Shepard, was on vacation. And when she was out on vacation out of state, she found a park system, and they had this card that you could go visit different amenities and check them off and learn about the park system. And so she shared that idea. A few months later, I was talking with some representatives from Lee Summit Cares. We were talking about mental health issues. They said, hey, can we partner and help drive people to the parks to get them outside for nature because it's great for the mental health? And I kind of thought, these two things look like they might kind of go well together. Well, we have 20 different locations that they can visit. There are different locations throughout the park system. The Butterfly Garden at Lowenstein Park is one of those locations, but what we're trying to do is maybe get them out to different areas of the park system that they might not be as familiar with, and help them explore and experience the Lee Summit Parks and Recreation Department. There are a few items on here that are probably the ones that everybody's done, a splash pad, a dog park, those kind of things. But so it's kind of a mix of the big hot places to go and a mix of maybe some places that you might not know much about, and we want to get you out there to experience them. Like the butterfly garden, you'll come, you'll find the butterfly garden, you know, you may end up playing on the playground while you're here, you'll check it off on your bingo card. Maybe we'd love for you to take a picture. If you've been at that amenity, you can share it with us through our social media or on our website. And then, you know, it's just a great way for people to share their experiences in our park system. We'd like for them to hit all 20 spots. I think they can probably do it very easily over the course of the summer, but quite honestly, they can do it pretty easily within a week or two. We wanted to roll it out because we know people are excited to get outside this summer. And I will tell you, visiting the park systems on a pretty regular basis, we are very busy. And that's great because people going outside, experiencing nature, it's great for the mental health, it's great for the physical health. And we're glad that they're coming out and enjoying these parks. I think when you go around, the parks are busy, but they're not too busy that you can't enjoy yourself. We want you to be able to go experience without needing to spend money. So come out, enjoy the park system, check off your bingo card, drop it by the City Hall, and we'll hook you up with a prize. This is the first time we've offered a program like this, so we're very excited. We hope that there's a lot of enthusiasm for it. We'll love to continue it year after year.